Is Bitcoin just another bubble, like the tulip craze of the 1600s, where people traded their fortunes for flower bulbs? Or is it something entirely different? A quiet monetary revolution reshaping the very foundation of how value moves in our world, while most people aren't even paying attention. Because what if this isn't a bubble at all? What if this is the ground floor? Here's the thing, critics love to laugh at Bitcoin. They say it's too volatile, it wastes energy, and it has no real value. But they're missing the forest for the trees. Now, in this video, I'm breaking down the biggest myths holding people back from understanding what's actually happening. We'll talk about why volatility isn't a flaw, it's the sign of early adoption. We'll expose the truth about Bitcoin's energy use. Spoiler, it's not what you've been told. And we'll explore how Bitcoin could be the digital equivalent of prime real estate, the kind you wish you had bought before everyone else caught on. And whether you think Bitcoin is a passing fad, a dangerous gamble, or maybe the next gold rush, stick around, because by the end of this video, you might see money and the future in a completely new light. Hey, I'm Josh Lasquette, realtor, husband, data-free, and someone who cares deeply about helping families like yours stay grounded in truth while building something lasting for today and the future. You know, one of the first things that critics say when they dismiss Bitcoin is this: it's too volatile. It swings up and down like a roller coaster. That's not real money. And at first glance, sure, it does move fast. But here's the thing people miss. Every major breakthrough looks chaotic at the start. Think about the early internet. Back in 1999, companies were collapsing left and right. People called it a fad, a bubble, a joke. But those wild swings weren't proof the internet was worthless. They were the birth pains of a new digital era. Now, volatility isn't a flaw. It's simply what happens when something is going from zero to global. It's like watching a tiny boat try to become a freight ship while still out at sea. Waves are going to toss it around. But once that ship's fully built, it moves steady, strong, and reliable. That's where Bitcoin is heading. Still early, still noisy, but zoom out, and the long-term trend has been steadily, relentlessly up and to the right. Another big myth that you'll hear is this: Bitcoin is destroying the planet. It wastes insane amounts of energy. And honestly, it sounds scary until you actually dig in. Here's the truth: Bitcoin doesn't waste energy, it transforms it. It primarily uses stranded and excess energy, the stuff power plants can't store and would otherwise throw away. We're talking flared natural gas, surplus hydro in rainy seasons, and wind power at night. Instead of letting that energy vanish, Bitcoin turns it into secure digital property, like taking scrap wood from my workshop and crafting it into something valuable instead of burning it. And here's what the critics never mention: Bitcoin uses less energy than the global banking system, less than gold mining, and even less than the energy that we burn on holiday lights every year. But no one's writing hit pieces about Christmas trees. Energy isn't the enemy, wasted energy is. And Bitcoin is becoming one of the most efficient ways to capture lost energy and give it lasting value. Because unlike our current system, Bitcoin doesn't rely on skyscrapers full of bankers, fleets of armored trucks, or thousands of middlemen. It's just math, code, and energy, turning power into property. When people ask me what gives Bitcoin value, I tell them this: think of Bitcoin like prime digital real estate. There will only ever be 21 million lots. No new land can be minted. No central banker can print more Bitcoin any more than we can print more oceanfront property. And just like with real estate, scarcity is where the value begins. In the 1800s, people risked everything to stake a claim during the gold rush. Some struck gold, others went broke. But the ones who bought and held land, they built dynasties. Bitcoin is that same concept, only digital, portable, and indestructible. Gold has been humanity's go-to store of value for thousands of years. But Bitcoin is Gold 2.0. It's borderless, can be divided down to 8 decimal places, and you can send it across the world in minutes without a bank's permission. And unlike a house, Bitcoin can't burn down. It won't rust, and nobody can seize it if you hold your own keys. It's the first asset in human history that combines absolute scarcity with absolute portability, and that's powerful. Bitcoin for me isn't just an investment. It's a way to help build a more honest system, something my kids and maybe your kids too can actually trust. Now, if this video opened your eyes or even just got you thinking differently about money, hit that like button and subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. And if you're here in Sacramento, buying, selling, or investing in real estate, let's connect. Whether you're building equity in a home or building your understanding of the future of money, you don't have to walk it alone. All my links are down below for a free discovery call, and I'd love to sit down, hear your story, and help you map out what comes next. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about dollars or charts. It's about creating a life rooted in values, where your family feels safe, your future feels secure, and your hard work actually means something. Now remember, a single smile is infectious. It can spread joy and cover a mile. We'll see you next time.